Hey everyone. Um, I had a call with one of our investors yesterday, and he said that the email that I'd sent out previously confused him and worried him. And I thought, let me make a video recording to explain everything. So, first of all, I just want to provide context. About 5 weeks ago, I'd broken my ankle, and I think I'd sent. I think I'd sent that email maybe like a week or a week and a half after my operation, and I was on a lot of pain meds. Anyway, so I wanted to just address his concerns, like the points that he mentioned and the questions that he asked one by one, because it gave him like a lot of new information and necessary information, which I don't think my email totally addressed. And it's easier to do it like this because it's actually quite a rich conversation. I think it's difficult to summarize all of this in an email, unless you want the email to be 7 pages. So let me just get started. So his first worry was the fact that I had taken on a job and a co-founder. No, let me rather bundle all his worries. He said, in the email, you said that you've got a new co-founder. You said that you're working for another company, and you also only have a very small number of members, new members. And this is different from the picture that we had been told what would be happening, at the funding round. So I wanted to just explain that. Okay, so we started to sign up new members um, like late last year, sort of towards the end of last year. And we very quickly discovered by watching them that while they're signing up, that there's confusion. And it was very discouraging, actually, because something that is so crystal clear for you as you're building it, obviously, when we build it for clarity. But then seeing how people interacted and used it, we realized that it wasn't clear, and it wasn't as simple as we thought it would be. And what we saw was that people would sign up, they would create profiles, but then they wouldn't create listings. And we tried all kinds of things to get them to create their listings. And it was actually in conversation with Fabrizio, one of you. He gave me the solution to that. But that solution entailed like a complete, like a rethinking actually of the sign up process. So, how this works is sort of you stitch a process together with code. And then for us now, we have to go and unstitch it and rebuild it. But that's not all. We also realized that the brand, that what people were seeing was not who we were saying that we are and how we feel. So the brand was not the colors and the fonts and the design. None of it was in alignment with actually the feeling that we're trying to create. So realizing that sort of in the early months of this year, we realized that instead of like signing up more and more people who are confused and who don't create their listings, we need to stop and we need to fix this. So, and also rebrand. And so that's where we are at the moment. I also knew already last year that I'm going to have to raise more money in the middle of this year. The money that I had raised last year, I sort of projected that it would run out around April, May. And I'm happy to say that I'm going to be able to stretch it because I realized that without significant adoption of the platform by like a fair number of people, or at least like to get one or two or three towns like very vibrant, it's going to be very hard to attract money. So I knew earlier in the year that I'm going to have to stretch the money that I raised. I'm going to have to stretch it as much as possible. So when this job opportunity came around, I thought, okay, if I don't have to pay myself, if I can live, then, I can stretch this money for the team. And I'm happy to say that at this point, we at least we will have another 3 months of runway, which I think might be exactly what we need in order to not only sign up new people, but I believe that we'll actually start seeing some revenue. The new sign up process and the new branding is absolutely gorgeous and spot on. I'm not going to show you now. I'm going to wait because it's being coded and then I'll give you a nice walkthrough. Our press strategy is also ready. And now that we have the branding, now we can create like consistent social media content. And I've engaged someone to build our following. So that's also starting. Okay, another concern is, he said, if this is so important to you, why are you giving this to someone else? And I explained that my co-founder, whose name is Sanjana, by the way, she's not someone else. She is that person that I've been waiting and wishing for. She is so incredibly smart and she's so competent and she's so hardworking. She's not taking a salary. I'm not paying her. Um, and she's been working nonstop because she believes in this as much as I do. As for my own involvement, I've never worked so hard in my entire life, but it's fine. It's a joy actually, because this is my life's work. So I get up most mornings 5 or 6 a.m. and my first meeting is often at 6 o'clock. This morning it was at 8, and that was quite nice because usually it's at 6. So I start working very early in the morning, and then for this other job I need to be online at 11. So I've got a good 4 or 5 hours that I can work, focus fully on True Local Heroes, and then I can work on it at night, which I do. Um, so I think, I'm still putting in at least close to a full day of work for True Local Heroes. Um, I work very hard at this because I just want to step into this full time as soon as possible. Um, and I'm excited about that. I feel like it's very near. What other concerns might there be? I don't know. If you have any, please let me know. I'm very happy to have a call with you. They say that investors don't invest in ideas, they invest in founders. And um, you invested in me because of not the idea, yes, sure, but also because I said that I will take this idea to fruition. And I've never wavered in that commitment. And I feel now a strong, if not strong, if not that I've ever not felt strongly about it. I've never wavered actually, even through the most difficult times, which was last year actually. So now I feel, yes, I feel that we're very close, and I feel very committed. I feel very clear. I'm working very hard. I'm very happy with my co-founder. She's really like very, very bright, and she's a data analyst by training, and an engineer actually, I think. Um, and she's just an all-rounder in the sense that she's got that magical ability to zoom out, like really, really see the big picture, and then like go for the details. And she's brilliant on execution. Did I hand it off to her? No, she and I are working side by side every single day. So I think that's what I wanted to tell you. Please let me know if you have any questions, and just pick up the phone, call me.